Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They are truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails, emails of confirmation, emails just sharing your stories, and emails booking readings. My readings are open. There is a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time for my readings. However, if you do need something a little bit speedier, I do offer an emergency service which goes out within 12 to 24 hours. With that being said, there is still someone going through the comment section here and there, pretending to be me, pretending to be a light one, pretending to be a friend. If there is no highlighted black banner to my response, it is not me. They are not a friend, and they are just trying to scam you, especially if you see any WhatsApp me or solicitation in any way saying that they are drawn to you, they can get your love back. They can't. They just want to scam you for money. So please just block and report them kindly, and thank you. Now, the energy that I pick up on is fluid and timeless, which means that I can be picking up on past, present, or future energy, or an amalgamation of all three. You have to take what resonates and leave the rest. That I can, excuse me, if I say male, female, masculine, feminine, he or she, we all hold these energies, as you already know. So this reading could be for you, it could be for another light one, person that you're thinking of, divine counterpart, or someone completely different. So please do not make the story fit if it does not. If it doesn't resonate for you, have a look at some of my other readings. Otherwise, you may be called to have a personal reading, and all of that information is in the description box down below. Now let's get into it. Now, when I was setting up for this channeling, I like to do certain different techniques for protection, to kind of ground. And as I was doing so, I saw a series of different animals, and I found it intriguing. So the first animal that I saw was in a wooded area, and it was a large stag that had been injured. And it was a grand stag, really big antlers, and there were arrows in the side of it. So I got the energy of it wasn't this time, as in this timeline or this life, because I asked who injured it, and I got told your kin or your family. Okay, and I watched the stag, because it was very foggy at first, and then there's this big grand stag in some sort of snow or something along those lines, and then it changed and I saw a wolf. And after I saw the wolf, I saw two energies of animals which I now realise were representing either kin, your family, your adversaries, I can't say the word properly, adversaries, there we go, or whoever it is that's pushing against you. And they were either a seal or an otter and a crocodile. But the two animals, they didn't look real, if that makes sense. It was almost like the crocodile looked like an inflated crocodile, and when it turned over, it was trying to make itself look really cute and kind of like, hi, but you could feel that energy of something sinister underneath. And when it turned over, it was a massive weird looking earthworm covered in goo and stuff. And the seal went from looking very, very cute to kind of like in cartoons when their eyes go sinister, when they're like the bad guy, they've done something bad. And what I got from this is that you are the stag. You are the stag. You are the person you're thinking of as the stag. And you know, the energy of a stag, when you think of a deer, when it is a tiny little Bambi thing, it's very, very vulnerable. And there is energy here of this entire theme of people sending spell work or conspiring behind you is because they saw you as a weak target. They saw you as an easy target. They didn't realize that you would grow into a stag. So they're trying to wound this stag now. But this stag was so big, and it already had 3 arrows in its side, and it just kept getting up and up and up. And the wolf that came along, I thought the wolf in this vision that I saw would attack it, and it didn't. It whispered something in its ear. And you have to remember that, and look at this, it says here, Anunkai light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. So even though whoever it is that's trying to wound you, trying to keep you down, trying to stop you from blossoming from that, you know, that fawn that you once were into this beautiful stag that you are now, you have helpers on other realms. And the wolf is usually depicted as being with Odin or Woden. And if that doesn't resonate, there is a grand, because I heard a grand celebration. And look at this, when I turn it this way, you also have here, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence, and it's upside down. Someone is being either encouraged not to push against the tide. And when I say that, it doesn't mean push against the status quo. But if you are going through some sort of energy shift, if you're going through a tower or you're going through a difficult time, it's holding on and remembering that mantra that it's happening for you, not to you, because it is happening to you. We experience it, we go through it. However, the difference between understanding it's happening for you and to you is that for you means that there's something that you need to learn, or something that is being gifted to you in, you know, as a present of wisdom, which comes back to that wolf whispering in this stag's ear, and it was licking the stag's face. So it's almost like when you see someone doing a marathon and they're on the last leg and their legs are buckling and their whole body is hurting because they've just done how many other hours of this marathon. And there's those people on the side who are just going, you can do it, come on, keep going, and kind of hand them the water. Or there's that, it was in the news a very long time ago about two brothers that went for a marathon, and one of them, he was literally like, if he's here, the finish line was right there and he couldn't go anymore and his legs were going, and his brother put his arm around and carried him and was like, we're doing this together. That's the energy that I'm getting of this wolf, okay? Information, because look here, you've also got memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress and technology. And then on this side, because I heard Sirius, you've also got Chamber of Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. There is something that needs to be released, let go of, or recognized. I think this is what, especially the relationship between this stag and this wolf is, okay? Because I heard remember who you are. And then we've got here again, karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. And on this side, you've got inner earth, base chakra, strength, security, and laying foundations. This is almost like the last leg. The cycle has finished, but we will always have layers of hurt or layers of trauma or layers, what I call of layers of learning. You know, almost like that onion that you peel it back and you heal from whatever it is that you've uncovered. But there will always be layers underneath. And anyone that comments, I am fully healed, you are not ascendant master. You have not enlightened and, you know, gone on to your next phase, you know, your next life. Or if you believe in heaven and, you know, going to heaven, you're not in heaven. So you haven't healed everything. And I don't say that with judgment. But this wolf coming in and whispering, because the wolf was very big and grand also. And it stood there. And it wasn't like, I'm going to lift you up. It was almost like it was saying, as a coach, you can lift yourself up even if you feel wounded, because those arrows can easily be taken out and healed, okay? And there were 3 arrows. So I don't know if there's an accumulation of 3 things that have happened to someone in their life, okay? And the last one was, I don't know if it was earth shattering, or it broke your foundations, or if whatever it is that's being planned towards a light one to stop them going towards their you know, their true calling, is the one that is supposed to shake your, you know, your foundations. But you look at this, okay? This image itself, you have a tree at the top. You're rooted and you are safe, no matter if you have chaos coming towards you, because there's something inside you that needs to be released so that you can ground even more. And I want to know more about these 2 other animals, the crocodile and the seal, okay? Anything else that would like? Tell me more about the crocodile. Tell me about the crocodile that I saw. Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounding action, and Isis energy. So this person may use a lot of like the crystalline grid earth kind of energy, or Gaia energy. They may be a green witch, a dark green witch, somebody who conjures up things from the earth, because I heard dead things. This person wants the activation that you're getting in your Earth Star, because your Earth Star chakra is below your feet, but it's meters below your feet, and it's what roots you and grounds you into the earth, okay? You have a lot of kind of guided meditations where they tell you to close your eyes and see roots coming out of your feet, you know, and it goes down into the earth, and that's how you ground yourself. There's something here with crocodile tears. Why am I hearing crocodile tears? Whoever this person is, because I heard a fake apology. That's why I saw a crocodile. Because it looked like a blow-up crocodile or a cartoon crocodile, but there was something sinister. And then you look at this. Then you have soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. They don't want you to. There's some sort of fear here, because I was actually looking in this booklet, because I have animal cards here, and I looked through this booklet to find out the meaning of a seal, but in the reverse. Okay, because that's the energy that I was getting. And also they didn't have crocodile in here, so I looked at water dragon, and what I got for both of them, I actually wrote it down, was for seal, it was pushing against the tide, against the natural order of things, out of fear and stubbornness, and facing a dilemma, risk and loss, losing sense of humanity and goodness. Okay, so whoever this person is has lost out a lot, and they're going to lose out even more if you get this activation, because you look at this, you have your soul star activation and your earth star activation. That is full alignment from the top all the way down to the bottom, going all the way through you as a channel. And this is bringing in major losses. There's someone here who is pushing against the fact that this karmic cycle has ended. It's ended for you. You have learned what it is that you need to. There is one thing, because I heard a fear of letting go. Someone here has a fear of letting go. And look, it says here, Sirius star blessings, and Sirius is all about information, isn't it? It's about communication and technology. And it says on here, because that's also reminding me of Aquarius in your 11th house. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Now, Orion activation is upside down, and it says on here, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. So someone here, whether this is someone that is healed, who is a light one, or someone who is not healed and is sitting in that energy of the seal and the crocodile, is trying to stop you from having this activation. But the only way they can stop you from having this activation is if you stop yourself. Okay, if you allow fear and doubt in, because that energy of the seal, of pushing against the natural order of things, you have to remember that we can also embody those energies if we are scared of the unknown, if we're scared of jumping and that fear of not being caught. If there's something that you're holding on to, especially if you are seeing angel numbers, if you're seeing 111, if you're seeing 222, if you're seeing 555, you're starting to see these signs and synchronicities simply because you are going through this energy shift. And you know, they're called angel numbers, but it's also the universe, the divine, God, Allah, whoever you name it as, telling you that you're on the right path. But if you keep seeing repeated, and I mean every day, or you wake up and it's that time and you're seeing 1313, you're also being told to be quite present with how you are feeling. What is it that's niggling at you? What is it that you haven't resolved, or haven't resolved fully? Because that's the only way that you're going to be embodying that seal or crocodile energy in the reverse. Okay, because you've also got here stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. I don't know if that is a confirmation for someone here as well, to show themselves, because I heard it's getting clearer by the day. It's getting clearer by the day. Now, the other animal that I saw, there were two. There was a horse, but it was very, very faint. Like I saw the outline of a horse from the side riding really fast. And then I was shown a golden eagle, literally made from gold, except for its head, which turned into a vulture. Now, eagles are very much about being able to see, like that message said, seeing things from a clear perspective, seeing things from a bird's eye view, being able to see all steps of course of action. This is to do with your Akashic records. With it turning into a vulture, vultures are animals, they're opportunists, aren't they? You know, they will wait until that big old buffalo or that big old stag has fallen down and died, and then they'll come down and take a peck. And for some reason, why is this giving me something to do with money? Money, money, money. Okay, and that golden eagle, I don't know if that's going to be significant for someone, because I don't know why I'm hearing someone cheering on a football team. Why can't I get this one? Someone cheering on a football team. Yeah, the reason I couldn't pick that up is because look, it's the 8 of Wands. Someone's definitely trying to put, I had a chink in the armor, or a cog in the works. Now, vultures, like I said, they wait until it's all died down before they come and get their picking. That eagle, there's someone here who is trying to get a clearer understanding of where you are in your healing. And it's also to do with those 3 arrows that were shot into the side of this stag. Tell me more about this, because you've got the 8 of Swords here to the Page of Cups. And the Eight of Swords says a crisis, calamity, conflict, domination, imprisonment. And then on the other side, you have the Page of Cups, which says inclination, deviation, susceptibility, temporary distraction. Now, this is telling me, it says overdependence on loved ones. There is this urge or want to trap a light one. And this is going back to those 3 things, you know, and it's my belief and my opinion, and it's my superstition, that things come in 3s. So that's not fact, but, you know, things come in 3s, whether that's signs and synchronicities, calamity or blessings. And if you look back in your own personal life, if this resonates, what was the kind of like, what's the word, catalyst for where you are now, your growth? How many things happened, major things that turned your head, that made you start looking at yourself, made you start looking into your shadow? Okay, because I see 3 major things in my life, for example. Whoever this person is, they're bringing something in, hoping that it will give them a bird's eye view of what's coming next. Because right now, you have more than one energy here who is pushing against the tide. They're trying to project that onto you so that you kind of self-sabotage. Okay, because this Earth Star Chakra activation to the Soul Star activation, once this has completed, once you have found what it is that you're pushing against, and that has been completed, that is total alignment, because I also heard slander. And the 2, I was also shown, this vulture was holding a book. It was a small golden book, and when it was opened with its claws, it ripped out a page and showed it to me. And on the page, it had the sign of Libra, and then it put it to the side and it fluttered away. And then it showed me another one, and it said Aries. And then I was shown another one, and I knew that it wasn't the sign for Aquarius, but I kept saying, is that a mermaid? And it kept saying yes, but no. So there's someone here who may actually have the sun sign of Aquarius, but they are either on the cusp. They're on the cusp of Aquarius to Pisces, or they're on the cusp of Capricorn to Aquarius, or they do not go by that sun sign because they have something to do with their moon sign is stronger. Now, you've got that, and we've got Judgment coming out, and we were talking about Libra, okay, to the 8 of Swords. There's something that they're really trying to stop, because it comes back again to imprisonment, okay? There's going to be some sort of court ruling. There was some, and when I say slander, there is something that they're trying to, I heard wiggle room. Why did I hear wiggle room with Judgment to the 8 of Swords? Because someone's in a lot of stress right now. Someone's in a lot of stress. And this is kind of giving me the energy of that download that I had when I spoke to my guides. And I was told that with those lawyers sitting around that table, all talking really loudly and kind of panicking and going, there's no other loophole. And someone throwing down, you know, a file and going, this belongs to ABC. You can't hide it anymore. And there being a conversation with one of these lawyers, because I remember in that reading saying that one of these lawyers is connected to the dark arts, or to kind of like lower vibrational kind of witchcraft in some way, speaking to their client and saying, this is the only loophole that we can find, because every other loophole has been covered legally. But if you do this, this is off the books because it's illegal. If you do this, then you will get this. Okay, so when I look back to that Libra, Aries and Aquarius, that Libra is all about, you know, clauses, contracts, terms. It's also coming into signing documents, getting certain results in court. And then you have Aries, it's to do with you, how you are seen. And I don't know what, I'm getting a distorted energy from this Aries. And that Aquarius, this is something to do with a social circle. Because you've got here 7 of Wands to the 8 of Coins, okay? And it says anxiety and embarrassment, hesitancy causing losses. And then on this side it says lack of ambition, vanity, conceit, disillusionment, hypocrisy, flattery, intrigue and laziness. Someone here sees you as being very lazy, or being someone who can just snap their fingers and get what they want. Okay, so whoever it is who has either stolen an inheritance or tried to slow you down or has been slandering you, there's part of it is kind of personal, whether this is a family member or you just don't know this person. They've made it very, very personal, because that embarrassment is also coming into how you manifest, especially with that card that came out talking about manifestation. They want what you have, but they don't want to put in the effort, and this has come out many times before. But you also have the King of Swords here to the Seven of Wands. You have somebody who's either a government official, someone who's a police officer, someone who's a lawyer, okay? There's a this lawyer may also have doubt that the advice that they've given off the books will actually be taken, because it's so risky. It's so risky. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. And you've got the King of Wands here to the Star. They want to not only stop you from shining, because a star shines brightly in the night sky, but this is also to do with your career, your potential, and also this activation takes you further than being a high priest or high priestess. And I remember there being a comment ages ago of someone going, but I'm already a high priestess. What is there after that? There's so much more, okay? And this is just my understanding as I am learning. But you know, when you are high priestess or high priest status, it's because you got to a certain point in your life where you have let go of ego, or you have healed to such an extent, even though there's more healing to do, that you are grounded and you are connected to the cosmos. You are learning about how to walk without ego, which means the next step in that is becoming a shaman. It's becoming, I'm an ascendant master. There are so many other things. And this person here wants this to stop, because this isn't just about your light and how you shine brightly. It's also how you are shining so brightly that it's putting a spotlight on what they're doing, and they're aware this is happening. Because here you've got the King of Wands. You are blocking them. You are blocking them, and you're blocking something that's been hidden. Something that was hidden when it comes to like documents being forged, or real estate or land that was given to the wrong person. You're stopping them from being able to hide. And you've got here the Six of Coins to the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Six of Coins is about generosity. It's about a give and take. It also says on here, material gain, sharing of wealth, but with measured generosity favours, especially monetary. And then over here, you've got the Page of Wands, indecision in proceeding, reluctance, instability. And for some reason, I went to say, check your Instagram if you have one. Inability to make decisions, a gossip, bearer of bad tidings, and displeasure. There was something that this client of the lawyer wanted them to do. They may have had them, in hand or under the hand, paying them underhand for something. What I mean is like underneath the table. So this was like hush money for them to help them do something. And I heard, I'll ring my contact. So I don't think it's the lawyer. The lawyer hasn't gone there and gone, right, I'm going to do this fake document. But they knew somebody who could. And I heard on the hush. Because you've got here, Ten of Swords, yeah, benefit, profit, temporary gain, improvement, passing success, temporary favour, monetary advantage or momentary advantage. So there was something here of giving a donation. Where did they put this donation? Because I'm not getting that the donation was given straight to them. There's something going on here, because you've got the Sun. It may have been given to their child, or paying for their schooling, or something along those lines. And it says on here, satisfaction, favourable sociable relationships, love, joy, devotion, engagement, happy marriage, pleasure in daily existence, as exuberance and sincerity. But it jumped out this way as well, and it says unhappiness, loneliness, broken engagement or marriage, cancelled plans, clouded future, lack of friendship. They were paying them for, why am I getting this weird kind of escort energy? And you've got the Moon card coming out to death. Yes, something ended, a relationship ended. And I don't know what's going on between this lawyer and this client, because I heard couldn't pay for them. And they may have given them this information off of the books. Trap this light one, trap this person, get them to self-sabotage, get them in a vulnerable position so that when we offer something, they take it Okay, now you've got on here death card, transformation, clearing away the old to make way for the new, alteration, abrupt change, bad omen, illness, mishap, loss of financial security and bad investment. So there's the double energy right there, is that the intent or advice that had been given was to get a light one to stay in an energy of pushing against natural order of things, to shake the foundations, to get them to self-sabotage by not letting go of something from the past, because I heard it will eat them up. Okay, and that means that they'd be more willing to look into bad investments, because this is to do with your finances, especially if finances have been slow, if you've had to pay out lots of big bills. Someone here tried to do a binding of some sort to bind some sort of debt, some sort of either karmic debt, financial debt, debt that affects your health, anxiety, something along those lines, and they bound it to themselves. Because you've also got on here with the moon in reverse, minor deception recognized before damage is done, trifling mistakes, undeserved rewards, taking advantage of someone. So they bound something, and I heard when you were a child, they bound something. And it's kicking them now, because there's more going on than just, inheritance being stolen. Yeah, this is oppressed. This is continued oppression. So this has been done since you were very young. And it's because they saw your potential. They knew. They may have had some sort of reading done when you were young, or they may have just read your energy and saw the potential for money, for abundance. Okay, continued depression, following old ways, living in a rut, unhappily married, inability to affect any worthwhile change. So they put in towers for a while. This wounded stag, they wanted it to be a little bit like when you watch the Disney film Bambi, that you would be left abandoned, or you'd be left without comfort. Because when you think of that story, that I remember watching that Disney cartoon as a kid, and it wounded me that this beautiful little baby lost his mum, and then he was alone and he didn't know how to function. How does he adult when he's a baby? There's an energy here of bringing in some sort of trauma for a light one when they're young. And this may be, do you know what, that makes sense why I kept seeing this stag with these 3 arrows. There is a calling, an encouragement, an urging for a light one to look back in childhood, especially at anything traumatic that put an arrow, put a wound in for you. And there may be either 3 separate things, or something that was done by 3 people, or those that you trusted. Okay, because this is what has brought in continued oppression. Because even though the spells of binding, or the spells of, death spells, or this or that have been removed, the sting of the wound is still there, because it does take us time to heal. But sometimes the shadow can repress it so much that we don't even realize it's there. Because like that stag kept getting up. That stag was strong, but you could see that it was exhausted. And then when that wolf came in, it got another surge of energy and was like, I'm getting up. Because whoever that guide is, whoever that protector is, whether that's God, Allah, divine source, God, goddess, whoever that is for you, that protects you, that guides you, they're swooping in now, and they're asking you, the person you're thinking of, another light one, to look into that past timeline that wounded. Okay, because there is this bet, especially when it comes to inheritance, money, things along those lines, that they can continue. It seems to be coming up as a running theme of wanting you to slip up, because they've placed a projection of who you are onto other people. And I know that doesn't sound like much when we're talking about inheritance and how does that link in. But if they are going to at some point be called into court, for example, they're going to be using other people as character witnesses. Oh, we saw this and this about this person. Or that person uses is a substance user, or they're doing this or that, or blah blah blah. And it comes back to them what's the word? It comes back to them faking a signature on some document, because it's not just changing what was put in a will and testament, for example. Let me just take a drink. And this won't resonate for all, but there's something here about signing away your want for whatever was in a will, in an inheritance. And there's something here with either your parents being part of this, or them trying to project that your parents were part of this, because it really depends also on who it is that has left you something. It could have been a grandparent, it could have been your own parents, it could have been, you know, foster carers, it could have been whoever that is for you. But there's something here with your character, them defaming your character on purpose, because then when this all is highlighted and they have to bring this to court and they may want to appeal, which is why I kept getting Libra, 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 and then Aries, they want to paint you in a certain way and say this person isn't responsible, or this person is on drugs, or this person is a prostitute, or this person is this and this. And all of these people, oh yeah, I saw on that person's social media, or I saw this person doing this at this place. So for them, look, because you've got here strength, and then you have King of Coins, an experienced, successful leader. This also is reminding me of the King of Swords. There's a lot of money at stake for whoever it is that has hidden this in the first place. And when I say hidden, I'm not just talking about whoever that family member is or whoever that person is. I'm also talking about the one that helped to cover it up, okay? Because here it says weakness, pettiness, impotency, sickness, lack of health, or lack of faith. And I want to say lack of health, abuse of power, succumbing to temptation and indifference. There's something here also with trying to make a light one have a really weird relationship with food and their body, whether it was to make you anemic, to make you, what's the word, when you don't eat whatsoever to the point that you get extremely thin, or whether it was to get you to overeat, but then at the same time deplete you of energy, deplete you of vitamins, have your hair falling out. But you have here as well the Seven of Swords, and it says new plans, wishes, fortitude, perseverance, attempt, endeavour, hope, confidence, fantasy, uncertain efforts. They aren't aware. This is why the eagle energy came up. Someone here is trying to circle around your energy like an eagle or like a vulture, trying to see what is going on with self-sabotage. Are they able, or what they've done so far, has it got you to self-sabotage your healing journey? Has it got you to self-sabotage you moving forward on the career that lights you up, or on your passions lead, or leading with your inner child, that, you know, the eyes of curiosity and awe and wonder? Because someone here is actually sick to the stomach. Someone here is sick to the stomach. And I don't know if this is a light one. I have a feeling it's not. I have a feeling it's a family member or someone here, or one of these lawyers. One of these lawyers, yeah, is sick to the stomach because something that they did in the past where they were helping, now they don't even have leverage to say, well, I can bribe you and tell everyone what you've been doing, because they're part of it as well. Okay, and it says on here, overburdened feeling, excessive pressures, problems soon to be resolved. That's the worry for them, okay? Effort to meet a goal, possibly using power for selfish ends. This is what they've been bringing in for a light one for a very long time. Now you've got here, and you've got to remember, when I talk about health, when I talk about legal things, when I talk about mental health, I am not a professional in any of those areas. So if that does resonate, please ensure that you are getting advice from those areas before taking advice from me. But you have here Two of Cups, unsatisfactory love, false friendship, troubled relationship, divorce, cross desires, opposition and misunderstanding. There's something here about trying to backtrack or cover. This lawyer is trying to cover their own, you know, save their own necks, in other words, because wherever this payment or donation was put, they were quite clever, or they thought they were being quite clever in where it was being deposited from this client, from whether this is a family member, a friend of a family member, to hide this inheritance. Okay, but something has been brought to light. What's been brought to light? You've got Queen of Swords to the Queen of Coins. And it says sharp, quick-witted, keen person, intensely perceptive, subtle person, may signify a widow or a woman of sadness, absence, loneliness and separation. And you also have over here the Queen of Coins, prosperity and well-being, luxury, extreme comfort, security, magnificence, grace, dignity, a rich person but generous and charitable, a noble soul. There's somebody here who is either a benefactor of some sort of charity that was expecting money to be paid in, because that's what the lawyer said, or she was supposed to pay it in, but it was put somewhere else. because you've got here Queen of Coins coming out again and Ace of Coins. The combination of material and spiritual prosperity, ecstasy, gold, prosperity, attainment, perfection, riches. There's something, it's almost like they were betting on something, almost like you were a horse, and that's where that horse vision came in, and something changed. What was it that changed? The Fool. Something that they were trying to block wasn't blocked for long enough, because I heard your self-worth, because it says the beginning of an adventure, enthusiasm, new school or job, unlimited possibilities. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? If you have recently changed jobs, or if you look back in the last year or two, for someone 5, there was a job that you left because it was so dysfunctional, whether that's you, the person you're thinking of. They may have forced you out of the job. They may have cut your hours. They may have just been really oppositional to anything that you asked for when it came to support, whether you had a family, whether you had fur babies, whether you had health conditions and you were asking for reasonable adjustments. And they wouldn't put that in. Now, this will only be for a select few, okay? But there's something here with them putting a block in there that was supposed to be like the 3rd arrow for you out of those 3 from that stag. It was supposed to knock the wind out of you so that you wouldn't get to this Earth Star activation, so that you wouldn't get to this Soul Star activation, because having one was fine, but having both meant total alignment. Even if they knew that they'd be waiting a really long time before the other one came in, there's something about this job, because I heard conspire to get you out. So whoever it was that you were working with, they may not be aware of what was going on in the background with family, with a lawyer, with whatever. But there was someone at work who was also creating chaos or creating a tower, and whether that was through snide comments or just ignoring you completely, not speaking to you, saying hello to everyone else but you. Or if you needed, for example, I don't know, you may have needed at the time a chair to sit on, a soft, comfy chair. Or you may have needed to take regular breaks because of a health condition, for example. And you were purposely not given that, or you were giving it begrudgingly, or it was that you were given it and someone else would take the things that you had asked for. There's something here with when you moved away, because you didn't stay in that energy, because you didn't do the tit for tat, and at some point you may have, but there was something here with the universe going, you need to get out of this, and you listened and you invested in yourself and in a new beginning. There's something here about also someone changing industry completely, and look at that. And if you haven't, there may be an encouragement, especially if you are considering this, especially if you're considering taking that hobby that you do on the side to unwind and turning that into a business, or moving into an industry that, you know, kind of matches and resonates with what that hobby is. This is what's going to help with this Earth Star activation and this Soul Star activation. It's going to help you also with that cathartic sense of going through the healing that you need to from a past timeline, which will remove those arrows and help to heal you. Something was brought to light when you moved, or if you're about to move. This is about to come to light. You healing, I don't think, for some people, I don't think they give themselves enough credit with how you affect the people around you, the energy that ripples out, and how it starts knocking those dominoes down for other people. I don't think you give yourself enough credit with that, because sometimes, like, I'll question and go, well, how is my healing going to affect that person thousands of miles away? And it's because we are connected through our Akashic records. A lot of the times, those who are, you know, pushing against us, or want what we have, or are threatened by our light, the reason there is that draw from them in the first place is because we have lived lives with them before. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're our soul family. It means that they were a karmic lesson in a past life that maybe we didn't learn, or maybe we did and they didn't, and their soul needs to be in the same life as us to learn whatever it is. And that's me just thinking out loud. So if you don't agree, that's absolutely fine, but there's something that is either about to happen or happened in that previous job, that when you moved away, it shifted something. because you were taking back your energy, you were taking back your power, in other words. Because if you are in an environment, whether that's work, love, friendship, family, where you're being disempowered, even if it's in a really nuanced way, okay, it could be someone belittling you, or, you know, cutting you off halfway through speaking, or telling you that your feelings aren't valid, to, you know, not getting the support you need in a job, or not getting the support you need in any other relationship. It can become a nuanced dysfunction that we become comfortable in because it happens so much, and we let it go. We kind of go, no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. They'll change. The minute that we move away from that and go, actually, it's not fine, it's not okay, I shouldn't be treated like that, my voice should be heard, my needs should be met, and I'm worthy of more. Whether that is romantic, workplace, or whatever, we start reclaiming energy. When we start reclaiming energy, those that have been taking it from us, whether that is by a spell or whether that is just an energy vampire, they start to lose control. They start to lose vitality, in other words, because they're constantly taking it from someone else. That's how they get theirs. Whatever you did in that previous job or in that previous relationship, moving away made a monumental shift in your healing and that law of polarity. And this is coming to light. There's something about a donation when it comes to, and it was a donation that was not beneficial. What's the word? Kind of like it wasn't an equal give and take. This client wanted something very, very big, but what they had to give money wise, or what they had to donate into, because I heard it's sick. Why am I hearing it's sick? So who's this benefactor? Who is the benefactor? I heard you. They're trying to place your name as a benefactor for some sort of charity that is not a charity, because you've got the Page of Wands coming out. Indecision in proceeding, reluctance, instability, inability to make decisions, a gossip, a bearer of bad tidings, and displeasure. This person, it was almost like they were trying to doubly sabotage you. It wasn't even just, I'm going to take this inheritance, I'm going to change this will and testament, or I'm going to take this land. I'm also going to make this person seem, in the eyes of everyone else in the community, everyone else in the family, everyone else in whatever church or temple or synagogue that I go to, think that this person is of Satan, this person is of, you know, the man downstairs, that this person is disgusting, so that if anything comes out, no one will believe it. Or if this person says anything, people will think they're crazy, because I heard a dark witch coven. There's something here that they invested in and either created it to make you seem like you're the beneficiary of it, or you created it. And this lawyer, that is crazy. This lawyer put money into it, or put donations into it. I heard a fake account. Yeah, look, King of Coins to the Ace of Wands. And this is an experienced, successful leader, character and intelligence, business acumen, mathematical ability, loyal friend, reliable, marriage partner, wise investments. Now, did they do this to a light one or to their divine counterpart? And I heard you got it. They may have done this either, if this wasn't done to you, with whatever this fake charity is, they may have done this to your divine counterpart. There is something about keeping you separated completely. Because here you've got Ace of Wands, beginning, invention, start of an undertaking, fortune, enterprise, birth of a child, beginning a meaningful experience and adventure. They saw this as wonderful. What a wonderful, awful idea. We'll trap this person more than one way. Tell me more. And you've got here, yeah, look at this. Because you've got here the Queen of Swords in reverse, to the Ten of Coins in reverse. And it says here, narrow-mindedness, maliciousness, bigotry, deceitfulness, vengefulness, prudishness, an ill-tempered person. And you've also got the Ten of Coins, poor risk, bad odds, possible loss, hazard, loss of inheritance, dissipation, gambling, and games of chance. They gambled on this thinking this would work, because I keep hearing the dark web. Whatever they've set up. You've also got, it's got to do with children. And there was something, why am I getting that this person is linked to something bigger? Is it the lawyer or the person from the family? I heard both, but the lawyer more. Both, but the lawyer more. The World card, and the King of Cups. This is something, they're linked to something that's bigger. Like when I say bigger, I mean maybe globally. I don't know who this lawyer is or what he's connected to. And for some, I heard the Freemasons. That makes sense why I picked up in the last reading that there was one lawyer there that was connected into witchcraft or into something darker or something more. Because you've got the King of Cups here, and it says a double dealing, dishonesty, scandal, loss. This is going to come out. This is literally going to come out, what they've done. And especially with the World card coming out, the more that you are in favor by the universe because of your healing, the more it's taking away money that he or she, this lawyer, may have put into this fake account that was supposed to set you up. But there's something here about this fake account not actually having money in it because he was keeping it, but it's been put in there to make it look like you were either taking withdrawals from this. This is weird, man. I'm going to have to do another reading to go a little bit deeper into this, because you've got 6 of Wands to the 6 of Coins. 6 of Wands is about moving away, isn't it? It says good news on here, advancement, desires realised, the results of efforts, promotion, recognition of abilities, ideas implemented, and the 6 of Coins. Philanthropy, charity. So yeah, there was a fake charity here. And this person slowly taking bits of money out. But I don't know. So you know what I've had in other readings is someone creating a fake account in your name or in the name of the person that you're thinking of. Now we know why, because you have this lawyer who was doing this in like this dirty dealings with this family member. Now you've also got 6 of Wands to the Ace of Cups, great abundance. You've got money coming towards you, and this is why I keep hearing multiple streams of income, because it's not just this inheritance that's been stolen from you. There's something else that's been set up in your name or the person that you're thinking of, another light one, your divine counterpart. So there's more than that needs to be given back. And I heard a grand lawsuit. There may be a grand lawsuit, okay? Because this is defamation. This is, you know, emotional injury. This is stealing things that weren't theirs to take in the first place. Wowee! I'm gonna have to keep this one really. I said really short, but we're on nearly 50 minutes. And you've got the Emperor to the Ace of Cups. Okay, and this is Ace of Cups is great abundance, opulence, fullness, happiness, beauty and pleasure, goodness overflowing. And then on the other side, you've got the Emperor, worldly power, accomplishment, confidence, father, brother. This is also, there's something that's going to happen when this comes to light, especially about this fake account, which is going to bring you and your divine counterpart a lot closer, because remember, your divine counterpart is not always a romantic partner. It can be a business partner. It can be that friend, that solid friend that is your soul family that comes in to help walk you on your path. But do you know what? When this blows up, it's going to be monumental. It's going to be monumental, because there are, now I'm realizing there's so many moving parts. There's so many moving parts. There are so many moving parts. And you've got the devil coming out, subordination, bondage, downfall, lack of success, weird experience. And you've also got here the 7 of Cups, determination, strong willpower, a goal nearly attained, intelligent choice. They think that if they can continue to get you to self-sabotage or bring in the energy that would make you self-sabotage, especially when it comes to that stag and those 3 arrows. Remember, you have the energy of a wolf or a protector whispering in your ear right now, encouraging you to look back at timelines, especially when you were younger. What was the first traumatic experience that you remember? You know, there's something here about going back and there being either 2 or 3 arrows that you need to pull out, because doing so is bringing this activation in so much quicker for you. And I love this, because yeah, look, King of Swords is coming out again with the 2 of Swords. This is about trying to get you to doubt yourself, because it says authority, someone proficient in their field, highly analytical. Someone here who is either casting or like conniving and just in the background scheming with this family member. And it's more to do with not because they like each other, but because there's so much on the line for them right now. There's so much on the line for them. Yeah, you've got the King of Wands to the King of Swords. A journey, advancement to the unknown, alteration, flight, change of residence, traveller. They may be trying to come towards you. This is part of what this fake offer is. This is why they're trying to trap a light one with a fake offer, whether it's sign on this dotted line. And remember, as we go through Mercury retrograde, it's not a good idea to sign any contracts without reading them, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, seeing all of that finer details, all the little clauses and contracts within the contracts. But this is the reason why they're trying to entrap someone. And this is where it comes in with this fraud and embezzlement, because I don't know what this lawyer and this person over there, this family member, what they were doing with this money, whether this family member was aware of this, and I heard yes. But they were moving this money, and it's been moved through an account, and they're trying to set you up, or the person you're thinking of, as being this person that was into money laundering, or whatever it was connected to either a children's charity, because I keep hearing it's sick. Oh my gosh, right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Anyone that is looking for a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. Just go to the second paragraph down, look for that row of blue arrows pointing up. I've got 2 emails there. But with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.